the Empath Sisters. Join these two healing sisters, Bev Lazar and Shelly Greenlaw, walking the path of spirituality and are here to share their experiences and guidance within the realms of energy, intuition, spirit, and beyond.
Hi, welcome back. I'm your host, Bev Lazar, and my co-host, of course, is Shelly Greenlaw. We are coming back to kind of catch up with all of you listeners that, well, actually, we kind of really wanted to share our experience that we had in Arizona, which, by the way, was great.
Yes.
Not that there was, really anything too crazy that happened.
No, not really. Just
really, it was more like lots of animals.
yeah, lots of animals for sure.
Lots of animals this time. Yeah. No, we had a wonderful trip.
Yeah.
We had hot weather.
We did, which was great.
It was amazing. Yeah. One of the things I did want to share with all of our listeners is that Shelly and I, when we arrived in Arizona, we were staying in Scottsdale area just for the first 2 nights, right? 1 or 2 nights?
Yeah, 2 nights.
2 nights.
Yeah. 2 nights.
Oh yes, because we attended a ball game because we love
That's
baseball.
Right.
And so on one of those days that we were in Scottsdale, Arizona, there's a chiropractic clinic that I go to here in Saskatoon, and one of the lovely chiropractors that used to be at this clinic opened one up in Scottsdale, and it is amazing. We were so lucky. I needed an adjustment so badly. I think Shelly did too when we got there. Just because travel is so, can be so overwhelming, and it's a lot on the body. And so we were both really feeling it. And so I got in touch with Dr. Sarah, and she was so kind to get us in.
Yep.
And it is like a whole different kind of an experience. It was amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. So when Bev says chiropractic, okay, you think of, manual adjustments, you think of, maybe the agitators, that people use, or like the TRT, that Bev and I do as well, at our chiropractic clinics. Now, with this chiropractic clinic was none of that.
No, it was amazing.
It is something to experience, but also something so difficult to, I shouldn't say difficult. It's a little bit different how to explain how they do their practice. It's
well, depending on everybody's experience that maybe you've had with chiropractic.
Yeah.
And what I would say about this clinic in comparison to the majority of the clinics maybe that we have experienced here in Canada is that her clinic is it's group session, group treatment. And what I mean by that too is that there's like six tables, I want to say, in one room.
Yeah.
And it's also very energy based, along with chiropractic. And so your body can go through the adjustments the whole time that you're there. So Dr. Sarah starts with, you lay down, and she goes through her whole spiel and explaining, which we were like, yes, we totally understand. We're so ready. And this is one of the reasons why Dr. Sarah also opened a clinic in Scottsdale, is because they're able to do that. We're in Canada,
unfortunately,
we don't really have that luxury yet to have a clinic that's, energetic based and chiropractic together. So she did go through her spiel and explain it to us, and we were very excited. So we were laying down on our tables, and you're just relaxing. It's beautiful music. The room is just very it's the perfect I don't know, ambient environment, I want to say.
Yeah. Well, and, I mean, both of our husbands were out in the waiting room, and my husband
I just say we come out and they're both sleeping. Having a really hard time staying awake. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Sarah just walks around, and it's so quiet. It's like there's literally no talking, and she just comes and adjusts the body and then walks around, and then you integrate, and your body just goes through all the changes, and then she'll come back, check, adjust, and it's not aggressive. This is
Nope.
very like energetic and very
Mhm.
light touch. And that's about half an hour, I think, is about the total time. It's
Well,
like
total
15
time,
facing
yes.
down,
Yes. Yeah.
15 facing up.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest thing.
Yes.
It was the coolest. Like I love adjustments already, and I have
Yeah.
amazing chiropractors. So shout out to Dr. Stacy Hornick at Market Mall Family Chiropractic. She is very much, I want to say in and along those lines as well.
Mhm.
But this one you get more time. And so I feel my integration and my changes as well, even when I go for adjustments here in Saskatoon. But this one, it was like so lovely to have
Mhm.
so much more time. Oh,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, like Bev said, like, we do have, the chiropractic that we go to, like
Mhm.
she goes one in Saskatoon and I go to one here in Edmonton, and she's the same way.
Yeah.
Dr. Wu does energetic and TRT for me. And
Yeah.
so we understand how it works, but with this clinic with Dr. Sarah, for me, if we had that type of chiropractic here, I would probably
Mhm.
just go to that because of the fact of how she does it and
Yeah.
because of the reason why I go to chiropractic here in Edmonton is because of my nervous system. And so
Yeah.
this type of chiropractic that Dr. Sarah did was super in alignment, and I know Bev will agree,
Mhm.
is that it's super in alignment with our bodies because we
Yeah.
have such um our nervous systems have always been heightened our whole lives.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
so when we have stress or whatever, this would be something that I know I would do on a regular basis, just the way that they did it.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
like Bev said, we are literally laying there, but what happens is that it's almost like they put like a weighted blanket on you to calm you,
Mhm.
and then they
Yep.
do adjustments. And like Bev said, yeah, they move around and they go to other people and then they come back, check, do it again.
Yeah.
And in my experience, that day that I had it done, I
Mhm.
actually could feel, especially laying on my stomach when she was adjusting me, I could feel
Yep.
my nervous system actually settle. Like I could feel it
Yeah.
in my body instantly letting do
Ugh.
what it's thing. And it was really
Yep.
amazing. It helped
Mhm.
me be very, I would probably say that Bev would agree with me. My,
Yeah.
even my whole demeanor, I felt calmer the whole time. And like I'm pretty an anxious person.
Yeah.
And like even for like, when I'm in vehicles with other people, I get a little anxious and stuff. And like I totally forgot to put my seatbelt on, you know.
Yeah. That was so funny. Shelly's never done that
No,
ever.
ever.
And which is so funny because she was so calm, so grounded. So you
Yeah.
think when you're so grounded, you're so much more alert. But
Yeah.
Shelly was like grounded, but like so free.
Yeah. Like
She's just like,
and like
yeah,
I
she
totally
just felt
forgot.
good.
Yeah, I felt so good and it helped me that whole entire week. And I think it did carry on
Yeah.
till I got home. But obviously
Yeah.
other things happened. I got sick and then I had to go for another adjustment, which is normal when you are not
Yeah.
feeling well. But
Yeah.
I feel like if we had that type of chiropractic here in
Yeah.
Canada, well, even just near where we live, would
Yeah.
be amazing. And that
It would be so
I
cool.
would do it all the time.
Yeah.
I would.
Like
Yeah.
I love my adjustments and I
Me
love
too.
going often.
Yeah.
I just wish I could have that like times two. Like
Integrate
I
it.
would
Yeah.
just love more time, because it's
Yeah.
just my body loves it so much. My energy loves it. My
Yeah.
system loves it. And so, yeah, we
Yeah.
were just so grateful to have that
Yeah.
experience. And so Dr. Sarah's clinic is
It's kinfolk.
called Kinfolk
Yeah.
Optimal Living, and that's
Mhm.
in Scottsdale, Arizona. So if you're ever traveling
Mhm.
to Arizona or to the Phoenix area and you're needing an adjustment or you do like getting some care when you are away,
Mhm.
I highly recommend book ahead.
Yes.
Check them out on Instagram,
Yeah.
book online and just go have
An
this
experience.
amazing experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just incredible. So
Yeah.
so that was something that we wanted to share on our, on our podcast was that
Mhm.
experience in this amazing place. And how lovely it was for us and for our bodies. So especially from traveling and the stress of things and just the overwhelm of Phoenix and the population and the traffic. So it was just like, yeah. So the fact that Shelly didn't even put her seatbelt on as a nervous passenger or driver was incredible. It was just like, what happened to you?
Yeah,
so great.
I honestly thought I had my seatbelt on because like when I go traveling, I wear those, Lululemon, like fanny pack, whatever, and they go across my body, like crossbody thing. And I totally thought I had my seatbelt on. And then we go to park somewhere and I went to go do the button and I'm like, oh my God.
This whole time, Shelly would never do that. In her anxious mind, she would never do that.
Exactly. It's like a habit, right?
Yeah.
And I did not do that. And it was unreal. And it was great.
Just lovely. Even just thinking about it, my body's like, just
know.
wants to go back there.
Yeah.
So if we ever go back, I said I will book ahead. So so we were so grateful. And then we headed up to almost all the way up to the border of Arizona and Utah. Headed up to a little place called Page. And we went to Antelope Canyon. And oh my goodness, we went into the most amazing, picturesque scene ever.
And you would never know that this crack in the earth you could go down
literally this crack you squeeze yourself out of and go into. It's just the most amazing thing. We will eventually share some pictures on socials. Honestly, just literally have had no time. And honestly, I don't even know if I even know how to make a reel or anything. So I think this is also why I haven't been able to share anything, which is so me as well. So you might see Shelly sharing some of the stuff, but if any of you listeners come to see me in person, I can show you on my phone. But try to put something out there. So
but when it comes amazing. To this amazing place that we're talking about is that it's like, even though our pictures, like we have pictures and they are amazing, but at the same time the pictures just don't do its justice, never does, right? And so you can't help but be amazed by this because of the sun. It's the way the sun hits inside this crack of the earth, and when you walk through it, it's like amazing. Like there's just so many things in there that you would never think is possible. It's mind-blowing. It is like, and we went to the lower. It was just crazy.
Well, and the formations inside, there was like animals, like it's on reservation land. So it was a very spiritual, energetic place. And you have to go through with a guide. And they take you through, and if you can go at the right times of the day, like they have certain times that the lighting is just so much better. And so we were there too early because for some reason the time change just keeps changing and changing, and we were in a time warp and we didn't even know what time it was the whole time we were there. And so we ended up actually being like, I think 2 hours early. And so we were able to catch an earlier tour than what we were scheduled for. So we were able to catch that beautiful light. And even though, Shelly's saying that, the pictures do no justice, but the pictures
they're still amazing.
It gives you a really good idea of what it's like and how the light filters through and changes the colors in the pictures from blue to purple to yellow to orange,
red.
Even the sky was like turquoise. It was just amazing, you guys. So we definitely would highly recommend you ever
in that area.
But I did hear from someone else. Brianne had shared with me that in Utah, there's a place called The Waves. And apparently it's like that, what we experienced at Antelope Canyon. So if any of you Google Antelope Canyon, you will see the pictures we're talking about and what it's like. But apparently The Waves in Utah is open to the public. So you don't need a tour. You can just actually go and explore it on your own. So I was like,
next time
I will definitely do because I would love to have that opportunity to just
Yeah.
take my time, sit
Yes.
down,
Yeah.
you know, meditate, do the things that I want to do. But
Yeah.
in this tour, you
They
don't get to
don't.
do that. You just
No.
they take you through and talk about things
Yeah.
and yeah. So, but it's still an incredible experience. And then
Definitely.
from there, we were making our way down to Sedona. We did stop in Flagstaff.
Yes.
And we did walk around downtown. We went to
Mhm.
some old antique shops because
Yeah.
that's always fun in America
Yeah.
because they have all kinds of things
Yes.
that we don't really get to come across here in Canada that I have ever seen.
Yeah.
So, but I think one of the things that really stuck out to me the most, well, two actually. One for me was the World War II helmets.
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah.
that was a lot. That was just like
Yeah.
so in your face. That was just, that
Yes.
was hard. That's just like the reality of it. And just like, wow,
Yeah.
like some guy, and that's what it felt like when I held it. It was just like,
Yes.
it was like I could see this guy wearing this helmet and,
Mhm.
you know, what he was feeling and what he was
Yeah.
seeing and what he had to go through. And it's just like, and I look at this helmet and go, this is all that was to protect you.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Well,
gosh.
and it's not
It's
even
just
that. It was so heavy,
crazy.
but they're heavy. I couldn't
I
imagine having
know.
that on my head. It was
Yeah.
so like heavy feeling metal that
Oh, yeah.
wow, it just like Bev said, it does. It gives you that perspective of like, wow, like
Yeah. Like you watch
somebody
them in
wore
movies,
this.
but
Yeah.
somebody, like you actually are touching this. And it's just
Mhm.
at an antique shop. So it's not,
Yeah.
it's just somebody's, you know, it
Yeah.
wasn't like it was handed down to a family member. Like this was my grandfather's, you
Right.
know, it was just, and there was
Yeah.
a whole bunch of them. And it was just like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it was just so sad at the same time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's one thing that really stuck out to me. The second thing was when we were in this one antique shop, we went upstairs. Shelly went up first. She was like going really fast, like
And I was like, I gotta go out.
yeah. And then it was super heavy upstairs.
Yes, that's why I
but there was
left.
a little boy up there. And Shelly's husband, Dwayne, had an encounter with this little boy. So
Yeah.
yeah, gave him the heebie-jeebies for sure, because it just grabbed him and he was like, so I already went to the right side. I hadn't gone over there yet. And he just comes running at me and he's like, oh my gosh, like, just grabbed me. So it was so funny. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did go back over there and
Mhm.
he did help the little boy there. And yeah, and that
Yeah.
was about it. So yeah, we went to some clothing shops. We went to a sound healing store
Yeah.
in Flagstaff. You
Yeah.
guys, they had all kinds of sound,
Of
you know,
course.
like gongs to
Tuning
bowls
forks,
to
all the stuff.
pans and
Yeah.
you name it. But the highlight was they had these two chairs
Yep.
with these like straight backs. And you sit down and he comes around and it's like a guitar strings are
Yeah.
all built into the back of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And so he plays it and you sit there. Oh my gosh, it was
The
so
frequencies.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I need one of these in my life, but I need someone to play it for me.
Right.
Like I just need to have someone to stand there and be able to play.
Yeah.
Oh, but could you imagine like somebody who knows how to play strings could play any song, like
Right.
not even just strumming it, like
Whoa.
play you a tune or music
Yeah.
that you really love. Like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. And I can't remember. I think the guy said they were about what, $2,000
Oh, I thought it was,
US.
I think so. Cause I don't
I was like,
know.
that's not even that bad. Like $2,000.
I think it was. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was about 2000, I think. Yeah.
And then, yeah, because I remember it being about that price. And it was like, well, does it come with someone that can play it?
Yeah.
Like, I can't just sit in it and like reach my arm around. Like, I'm going to need
Yeah.
someone to
We'll just
play
pay
this
you for the
music,
day,
but
you know, you can just come and play.
hire musicians to come
Yeah.
in. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was so cool.
It
Never,
was.
ever seen anything like that before.
No, not that. And then he showed us this massive tuning fork. And I remember because he was like, do you have one of these? And I was like, no, because I said I had tuning forks. I was like, holy.
It was, I don't even
Massive.
know how to describe how big it was because I'm not very good at measurements, but
I can't explain it either, but it definitely was at least 2 feet long. Like it was at least,
yeah,
you
and
know,
maybe like half a foot wide.
I would say at
or a
least
foot
a
wide.
foot or more. Like it was
Like it
massive.
looked like a massive paddle.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like, wow. Yeah,
It
we
was
actually should have
huge.
took a picture with it.
We should
Oh
have.
no, we
I
just
know. I don't.
never took, we were so in the moment, you guys, so we just
Yeah.
really didn't take a lot of those kinds of pictures,
We didn't.
which is fine,
No.
which is great.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the pictures are in my mind, but yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Flagstaff was really cool, and
But
then
we
we made
also
our
went
way
to that
down.
when we get to
Oh,
Sedona, we went to that place. Remember, with all
mm,
the oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to be really terrible. And I know I'm going to butcher it, but like, remember, we went to this place to see where they found all the people that made like homes in the rocks. What was that called?
mm,
Like when we went,
I
we,
know, I'm
we
trying to
took,
think.
we took a travel down a gravel road and we finally make it
Yeah,
to this place and it's, I can't
yeah.
remember, but they had like all these things where they had
They
found, um,
they're it's like a ruin site
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah,
And where they have pueblos.
yes, yeah,
So
like,
they're like built in these homes that are built with
right,
stone into like into the mountain. And
right,
so they have like their carvings and drawings
yes,
on on the mountain or in these little homes. And
yeah,
it's cool. Like Chris,
that was
my
pretty
husband
cool.
and I have been to a few. So this
Mm-hmm.
was Shelly and Dwayne's first one that they got to encounter.
Yeah,
And yeah, it
yeah,
is so cool. And the energy there is
mm-hmm.
so amazing. Which also Shelly's husband at that time, as we were approaching them, he was like, I swear I've been here before. I
Yeah,
swear I must have been like one of these people.
yeah,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah,
It was
that
cool.
was really cool
Yes,
too.
I
Yeah.
wanted to mention that too because that was pretty cool too. We got to go and experience that as well. So, but
Yes.
yeah,
And
and
then we went to
then
Cottonwood, and
yeah,
Cottonwood is like older,
yes, yeah,
an older place. Went to a couple antique shops there as well. So
yeah,
yeah, we just like we golfed, we
yeah,
played tennis,
yeah,
we swam,
yeah.
we got sunburnt.
Yes, we
We
sure did.
which is like, of course we did.
Yeah.
What else did we do? We just shopped, we walked,
I mean,
we
we
went
had
for
a couple,
coffee.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had a couple of days where we were kind of relaxing a little bit more and
Yeah.
which was nice. And
It was
yeah,
awesome.
it overall we did, stuff that we
Yeah.
wanted to do and then stuff that we, were just kind of
Yeah.
like easy, right? And
Yeah.
it was great. It was really good. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then we flew
Oh,
home and
and
wow.
I forgot to share too, when we were leaving, so we flew from Saskatoon together to
Hmm.
Calgary, and then we had a connecting flight. So while we're in
Right.
Calgary, we got to the international side, waiting for our flight to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And so we're all just hanging out waiting. And my husband was sitting across from me, and I think Shelly might have been chatting with her grandkids and stuff. But we were all just kind of like hanging out,
Yeah.
killing time. And so my husband had brought along his little motorcycle backpack as his like personal item.
Hmm.
And so he's just sitting there and whatever, and he's digging in there to grab stuff. And all of a sudden he pulls out a picture of his mom,
Yep.
like, and he's like, his face, and he pulls it out and he looks at me and he's like, how did this get in here? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, like
Yep.
we have no idea how this picture, 3x5, five by
Yeah, it was
seven
quite a big
photo,
picture.
is quite a big picture. So it's not just this tiny little thing.
No.
It was a big picture, and it's
Yeah.
the picture that we used for her, for her memorial.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was just in his motorcycle backpack. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And like my mother-in-law loved to travel
Yeah.
and did go to Sedona for years.
Yes.
And so it was just so cool to get a sign that she was like, I'm coming
Yeah,
along.
because I was gonna
So
say, she's like, I'm
yeah,
coming.
yeah, it was so cool. It was
Yeah, it
amazing. I
was.
did get a coin right when we
Hmm.
got to the airport,
Yep.
as a every time, all the
Yeah.
time. But this time I got a toonie. Normally it's just like a dime
Yeah.
or a quarter or something. But this time I got a toonie right when we got there. So that was
Hmm.
really cool too. So yeah, it was a great trip.
It was.
So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
it was
And
awesome.
I mean,
Now we're
Sedona is such a
Magical place.
It's just, yeah, like, yeah, like, it's just, it's the environment of it, the whole feeling, energy, everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something
Yeah.
that I would say that if you are looking for something like that, to go there,
Yeah.
it would
If you're
be
looking for a
something.
pretty spiritual place
Hmm.
and you like hiking, you like warm weather,
Yeah,
it is picturesque there too. It
yeah,
is beautiful.
it
The
is.
energy is amazing. They have lots of vortexes and things like
Hmm.
that. And I know probably the majority of the people that know me here in Saskatoon and area know that Sedona is like my soul's home. So I talk
Yeah,
about it lots. And I would just, if you're looking for something like that, or I mean, if you get the opportunity, you
yeah,
should definitely go check it out.
that's
So
right.
Shelly and I
Yeah,
still do plan to host a retreat in Sedona at
yeah,
some point.
we do. Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of Shelly's taken some travel time
yeah.
and lifetime. So, we're hoping to still get all our podcasting in and still connect with
Hmm.
all of you listeners. But
Yeah.
retreats are and little events and things like
Hmm.
that are probably going to be a little bit on the hold. And but we do have a retreat that is coming up
Yep.
at Manitou Beach, and it is going
Yes.
to be in June. So it is, of course, on our socials as
Yep.
well. So if you're interested, check it out. Registration will close at the end of May.
Yep.
And of course, if you have questions or anything, let us know. But everything is included, all your
Yep.
activities, your meals, your accommodations,
Yep.
and Shelly and I for a whole weekend.
That's
And
right.
we love hosting, and it's like
Yeah.
having a big slumber party with us and doing
Hmm.
all the things. So we had an absolute blast last year. So
We
we
did.
hope that if you're looking for something to do and you want to meet some like-minded souls, if you need a
Hmm.
getaway, if you need some healing, you need some laughter, you need a break, whatever it is,
Come join
you want
us.
to learn more about intuition, if you want to come and have an experience,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you it'll be a great time. So
Yes.
yeah, we would love to host.
Yeah.
We'd love to host you. So
For
just
sure.
let us know because that would
Yes.
be so fun.
It would be. Yes. And like I said, like what even Bev said too. Yeah. It is something that if you are wanting all those things to come and
Mhm.
experience it with us, because we
Yeah.
try to strive to make sure that it is a safe place for you to do those things and
Oh, of
to,
course.
make sure that you have a good time at the same time of doing all this healing and
Hmm.
transformation and all the things, right?
Absolutely.
So, like Bev
Yeah.
said, we would love for you to come. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Hmm.
And you can be by email, which is empathsisters@gmail.com, or you
Yeah.
can contact us on our Instagram as well, which is _empath
Yeah.
sisters, or Facebook as well. It's just Empath Sisters as well. And we would be
Also, like,
super happy to help you in any way. And
oh yeah,
again, registration is
absolutely.
until May 31st, and we would love to see you there.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I just want to mention too, the house that we stay in is like
yes.
a 1920s house,
Hmm.
and the rooms are private, and everybody has their own bathroom
Yes.
in your room. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing. So you don't even have to share bathrooms or anything like that with other people.
Yeah.
And we also do make sure, we pay attention. We do a survey before of, any allergies and things like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, we just oh, it's just so fun. So
It
yeah,
is.
hope you'll join us. It is amazing.
It
Sorry.
is.
Yeah.
It is a great place. Like Bev, how Bev talks about Sedona. I would say like Manitou
Mhm.
is like that for her. Like for us, I mean,
Oh,
I'll say it's for me too, but for her,
yeah.
she does love Manitou Beach, and there's so
Oh,
much to do there. And we've done lots of
yeah.
things last year, and we hope to repeat some of them, but add some new stuff.
Oh,
So
yes.
if you're looking
It's
for a
so
good
healing
weekend,
there.
it is.
It's just so healing there. It's just got an energy, you guys, if you've never been, seriously,
Yeah.
it's like 100 kilometers outside of Saskatoon. It's like
Yeah.
a 45, 50 minute, I guess, depending where you are, maybe
Yeah.
up to an hour's drive,
Yeah.
but it is so worth it.
It is.
It's so worth it. All you have to do is just get yourself there and back. That's
Just
it.
pack your bag.
So
That's
pack your
it.
bag and come and join us.
That's
So
right.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. But yes, this has
Okay.
been so wonderful
It
to
has.
catch up with all of you.
Yes.
And stay
Yeah.
tuned, because on our next podcast, we're going to have another lovely, amazing guest that we
Mhm.
cannot wait to share with you all. So
Yeah.
we hope that you're all having an amazing day, I guess,
Yes.
whenever you listen to this. And we appreciate you all and sending you lots of love, light, and gratitude wherever this may find you at this time. Take care,
That's right.
everybody.
Take care, everyone. Bye.